Hey, everybody, this is Perch. You may have heard the news that the Ultimate Universe, the Marvel Ultimate Universe, is having its first event, except they're not quite calling it an event. A lot of the comic news sites are calling it an event, but Marvel isn't quite calling it an event. But basically, it is a crossover that's bringing Miles Morales from the core Marvel universe, where he's been ever since he showed up in the Secret War comic by Jonathan Hickman. Um, he's been in the core Marvel universe, and now he's going back to the Ultimate Marvel universe, except it's a different Ultimate Marvel universe than the one he left. And this seems like I've said the word Ultimate and Marvel Universe quite a bit in the last 30 seconds, but there you go. Ultimate Spider-Man Incursion will send Miles Morales into the reborn Ultimate Universe in a team-up with Ultimate Peter Parker, is the comic. Okay? So it says, co-written by Miles Morales Spider-Man writer Cody Ziegler and Ultimates writer Dennis Camp. Dennis Camp. There we go. Feels like I'm having a seizure when I say that name. Dennis Camp, of course, is the 2024 into 2025 hot writer that feels like Marvel will push him too fast, too quickly, and too far. And he will then probably blow up by, I don't know, going to, senior Marvel official's house during his birthday party and peeing on something. We'll see. We'll see. Well, hopefully Denise's camp will avoid those traps that his predecessors have fallen into. Anyway, this will be drawn by Jonas Scharf of the recent Ultimate Universe Year One one-shot. Ultimate Spider-Man Incursion will bring Miles into a journey that will bring him into contact with the heroes of all 5 current Ultimate Universe titles: Ultimate Spider-Man, Ultimate Black Panther, Ultimate X-Men, Ultimates, and Ultimate Wolverine. This, by the way, this video has said the word Ultimates like infinitely too many times. I'm very conscious of how many times I'm saying this. Anyway, it all kicks off when Miles's little sister Billy manages to access the key to the new Ultimate Universe, which was originally given to Miles by the villainous Maker, who engineered the history of the new Ultimate Universe to suit his own ends. This sends Miles after his sister and into the path of the new Ultimate Spider-Man, the older Peter Parker, in what Marvel is billing as the first crossover event of the new Ultimate Universe. It's a pleasure and a privilege to get to be part of the Ultimate Universe's first crossover, along with Cody and Jonas, to play in the Spider Sandbox for the first time, says co-writer Dennis Camp. I've had a great time writing not just Miles, but a couple of other Spider characters folks might be familiar with. To get to explore the different corners of the Marvel Universe through Miles' eyes and further develop characters we've introduced in the Ultimates, well, it's going to be a series full of rich characters, big firsts, and big swings. When did big swings become I don't know. A lot of the comic writers now are saying it's like, I'm taking a big swing. I mean, thanks. As writers, shouldn't you have your own ideas? I don't know. Whatever. All right, we're continuing. It's hard to put into words just how excited I am to bring Miles back toward this universe that started my love for superhero comics, as well as the place Miles originated, adds co-writer Cody Ziegler. Cody Ziegler, you're citing the Ultimate Universe as being the thing that started your love for superhero comics? The Ultimate really? God damn, I feel old. I feel old as hell now. Anyway, Diniz and company have done incredible stuff in the new Ultimate line, and I'm excited to finally get a chance to have Miles confront being a kid born of 2 different worlds. Isn't that what his comic has been for years now? That was what Bendis was doing. Anyway, Ultimate Spider-Man Incursion #1 goes on sale June 4th with a cover by Miles Morales, co-creator Sarah Pacelli, as seen above. So we've got, I'm reading the article, obviously you can't see above, but it's got Miles there, and it's got a bunch of the other Ultimate, characters there. Miles has got a new uniform with a few more red lines and a little Spider-Man logo and insignia around the chest and the head and everything else. And the question is this. 2 questions. First, the simple one. Are you excited for this? You excited to see Miles go to a multiverse where he gets to meet different versions of himself? Granted, I mean, you got to give like Saladin Ahmed, like he did this already. Didn't Miles go into an alternate universe where a different version of himself was running like this fascist state society? Like we've seen that. I think he's been to, like, we've seen him as a child, 2 worlds, 3 worlds, like 10 worlds. Like he's done this a few times now. So whatever. I doesn't feel like that's that new. Okay. But beyond that, I guess my question is this. I'm confused by what Marvel is trying to do with Miles Morales, because in my mind, Marvel was handed this pretty amazing gift. And the gift was that, the movies, in this case, Sony, instead of putting out, a Madam Web or Craven movie or any of the other weird shit they put out, they actually put out a movie for Miles that was successful. It was one that, people liked. It was popular. It made a lot of money. I think the Miles Morales Into the Spider-Verse movie, the first one and the second one, and one day if they stop fucking over the animators, maybe we'll get a third one. But they actually put out something successful that was stylistic, that looked cool, that people liked. I think there was a brief period of time, and maybe we're still in that period of time, where the Miles movie was a lot cooler than the actual, Marvel movie. That, Spider-Man was cool. Like people liked it. And what I'm confused about is when handed a gift like, Miles can be his own character. He's got his own identity. He's part of a multiverse, fine. But there's a whole universe where you could do cool things to this character. He's got a dynamic with his dad, his mom, his sister. Like there's a bunch of stuff there. Like you have a supporting cast. You can occasionally have him, tie in with Spider-Gwen, who he's trying to bang. Like you've got a lot of stuff you could do with Miles that is interesting and good and can sell comics and make money. And over in the comics land, it feels like they are just bending over backwards to blow that opportunity. And on big things and small things. On the small things, they put him in a weird ass costume that looks nothing like his costume in the movie. A movie that was really built on an animation style that was heavily stylized. The actual look and feel of that costume was actually really important to his success. And like right as that movie's coming out, they're like, you know what? Let's put him in a weird hoodie with a little, thing over like a scarf built into his costume and all this other kind. Like they put him in a weird ass costume that looked nothing like what he was wearing in the movie that was making shitloads of money. And then they've just been over like, let's make him a vampire. Let's put him into the Ultimate Universe. Like what is Marvel's problem with being allergic to the success that they have in their hand? Sony gave them a win, like a big win, a good win of a character that looks cool, is cool, moves cool, talks like just all people will say, well, you're not going to get a 10-year run off of this Into the Spider-Verse movie. No, but what is there any Marvel comic that's going on a 10-year run at this point? Like you can get 3 years, 5 years, you can get a run longer than any current Marvel comic out of Miles. It amazes me because I'll see people post on Twitter, like, you realize Miles is the real Spider-Man, not Peter. Like, who cares? He's popular. Like, the character is cool. They've proven it. They've actually shown how it works. What are we doing? Why are you making it so hard? Take the win. I don't know. Miles going back into the Marvel Universe, meeting some of the Ultimate characters, I guess. Is that interesting? Maybe. I mean, he's searching for his little sister who's lost somewhere. I mean, and he gets to meet everyone and then go back. I mean, the problem is this feels like a stunt. It feels like an exhibition of a comic. It doesn't feel like an actual comic with a story that matters. So why not double down on the fact that you've got a character who's cool and stop making him into a vampire and all this other crazy shit where it nobody cares. I mean, literally, it, it's so weird that you worked so hard to make this character popular, and then you proceed to do the exact opposite of everything that made the character popular. You know what I mean? I don't know. What do you think about this? Are you buying this comic? Do you like it? Is this what you want? Let me know in the comments below. Like and subscribe, and thanks for listening.